Okay, so this is day 5. I'm just leaving the pub here. There's Swan Hotel in Kington. I've got a 14 miler. I'm walking to Knighton, and it's another fine day, and I'll get going. So I'm just approaching the first summit of the day, called Rushock Hill, and you can see this very low mound going left to right, and that's the actual Offa's Dyke itself. And according to the guidebook, this is the first time I've actually walked along it, because I'm heading to the summit of the hill in a second. It's the first time I've walked near it for 50 miles. So whilst it's called the Offa's Dyke Trail, a lot of the dike itself has either disappeared. You can see it running along here now. It's quite impressive, really. And obviously a lot of the boundary markers were created by mountains and things like that, but this is actually part of the original dike. So I'm going to walk along it now. Summit out on, it's about 380, some 375, 380 metres. Nothing significant, but I'm actually going to be walking along the dike for a bit. And that's, you know, the way I've come up from Kington, and the backdrop of the mountains from 2 days ago. So it's all working pretty well. I'll just do a little amble along here, and just turn the camera around. So it's day 5 up on the tops. Weather's set to be fine again. I'm being really lucky. Physically okay. Everything's working as it should, and I'm looking forward to heading towards Knighton tonight. So I'll turn back for one last glimpse of the actual dike itself. It's a bit higher here, as you can see, and I'll speak later. So this is actually one of the few sections where you actually end up walking on the top of the actual dike itself. So here we go, walking in history, keeping the Welsh out, keeping the English in. Which way around was it? I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm 2 hours in, just done about 5.5 miles. I'm walking in this very pretty woodland called Granite Wood. A little bit of an uphill through sunlit trees and bluebells and things. I'll show, just turn it around. Beautiful. There's a little sneaky little path there that wasn't very well marked, and I noticed 1 or 2 people taking the wrong way, so up and up. Many people get stuck today, and before they realise they're on the wrong way. See you later. They always say you have to go down to go up, or vice versa, and so I'm heading down this hill now, and that's like over my shoulder where I've come from, down here, and then I've got to go up that one up there in an hour, you know, maybe half an hour's time to an hour, called Four Oak Hill. That's the last big hill of the day for today, so making progress. Just down in the distance there you can see some people. That's the mum and the 2 lads from Boston. Today, up to now, I haven't met an English person on the walk, or a Welsh person, but I've just been talking to 4 people from California, and the couple from Vancouver that I met in Chepstow, who've been walking ahead of me but on like short days. So it's unbelievable how these people just jump on a plane and go and do stuff in another country that they've not been before. I find it inspirational. But, anyway, I'll put the camera down now because I'm coming over some knobbly bits and I don't want to lose my feet. Speak soon. So I've just met up with the 3 people from Boston again, whose names I've now found out is Alison the mum, husband Adrian, and son Kestrel. What a fantastic name. They've just stopped off to get some water from a local, like a hydrant thing. I'm now making my way up this track, up onto what's called Kestrel, that's that man's name, Four Oak Hill, which is that one on the top up there. last big pull of the day. I haven't finished hills yet today, but this is the last one that's got a reasonable gradient associated with it. So let's have a look on the clock. Just short of 3 hours, done 8.3 miles, averaging 21 minutes 22 seconds a mile, which is not bad. Day 5. Speak soon. So I've just got onto the first summit of a false summit really of this Furrow Hill, so I'll be following the track down there, then going up to the high point that you can just see on the horizon. But as you turn back round to see the valley below that I've just climbed up from, in the distance there you could see that row of what looks like hedges going down the side of the mountain there, and that's actually the Offa's Dyke itself in amongst those trees. So it's quite fascinating. It's quite indistinct from, you know, without knowing it's there on the map. But that's the way I came down from the previous hill, and now we're heading back up to this one. So I just had a fuel stop, taking on some drink and some electrolyte, and pushing on to the top up there. There's that red kite again. Brilliant. Just looking for his dinner. Here's one for the fan bam. My last hill of the day. Doesn't look much of a thing. It's only about a 30 or 40 metre climb, to be fair, once I've dropped down through this gate up here. But guess what it's called? It's called the Frith. Ta-da! Had to show you. So I started off the walk this morning leaving Kington via Kington golf course, and now I'm just getting close to finishing in Knighton, and I'm walking around the outskirts of Knighton golf course. Very weird. So again, that's the valley that I'm walking down into. Beautiful. Weather's still fine. Everything's good. So I made it to Knighton. I'm just trying to find the Offa Dyke Visitor Centre, which is the end of today's walk, which is closed apparently. So it'll be up here somewhere. Even though I know it's closed, I've come here anyway because it is a marker post on the walk, and I'll be able to say that I've been to it, even though it's closed. So I'll just turn the camera around. This is what all the fuss is about. There it is. Signpost for tomorrow. Still got 90, I don't know whether you can see that there. 97 miles to Prestatyn, and I've done 80 now from Sedbury. Not bad, eh? Let's have a quick look here what it looks like. What a shame it's closed. There it is, King Offa. And he was always Offa, he was never on there. Okay, can't really see much in there. So that's me done for today. I'm going to get something to eat in a cup of coffee, and then maybe some salt in a pint.